I figured that it might happen.
Yeah, because I mean, these dudes, you don't know. This is your career, and this is what we're supposed to be doing. So it is. Who that Saints fan? Who that nation will be going on in a few seconds. Um, all right, mic check. And Derek Turner was one of the very first in the chat who I saw at the time. Good morning, Derek. I can see Derek already
See,
ready.
that's a dedicated
That's
man
a
right there.
dedication,
It's a
man. Wow,
dedicated. That's what I'm
dedication.
talking about right there.
Yeah, this is what the real Saints fans is all about. Early in the morning, we're not going to get a lot of people like we normally get. Um, we definitely not going. Alvin is not going to play. We got some news. Alvin Kamara is not going to play this morning. Um, let's give it a. You know how we do it, y'all. We about to do our little countdown. Let's get it. All right, EJ. I'm gonna mute my mic. I'm also putting us on. I'll be having this on Facebook for a couple of seconds, just so people can know we on. Okay, you can start it off. I'm gonna mute myself.
All right. All right, welcome Saints fans. If you are up this morning, man, today is game day. We're in London, man. So right now it may be early for us back in, Central Time, but over there in London they up, man. So if you dedicated, like I said, you'll be up. But today we got some news this morning. Alvin Kamara, man. Alvin Kamara will be out with his rib injury. Latavius Murray, I don't know if you guys noticed this. Latavius Murray had got signed to the roster. So he will be good to go in replacement for Alvin Kamara. It will be Latavius Murray and the Mark Ingram show in the backfield. Jarvis Landry, which is some good news, is that he will be good to go to play. So that's Jameis Winston, Michael Thomas, and Alvin Kamara today that will be missing for the New Orleans Saints. And now you have Mr. Red Rifle, uh, Andy Dalton out there starting today at quarterback for the New Orleans Saints. Now, I'm not gonna give you not making excuses this morning and say, okay, we just lost Alvin Kamara. All right, that Andy is not gonna have a good game. He still has enough weapons to go ahead and do well. So you got Chris Olave, you got Jarvis, you got Callaway. Callaway's wants to prove some things about himself. After really losing his job this year. He was the starter last year. So I know he wants to prove some things. And he made a damn good play last week against the Panthers, saving Jameis Winston on that throw. So I think he has a lot to prove in this game, and also Traquan Smith. Hopefully he's healthy after receiving that concussion, but he's good to go to play. He's active today, so uh, we'll also be looking forward to him to go ahead and stepping up and helping Andy Dalton this morning, and trying to get this dub out there in London, man. Um, when I tell you guys, it wouldn't be a Saints game without injuries, man. It seems like every year, the Saints come into a season, and the Saints, you get excited about them, and then your big name players go ahead and get injured, man. But hey, you gotta fight through it, man. This is a game that we need. We're 1-2 right now. This is a game we really need right now. The Vikings coming into this game also have some injury problems as well. The Vikings have your boy Dalvin Cook. their running back, dealing with some shoulder injuries. It looked like he's early in the week that he's going to try to give it a go. I don't know. I haven't seen officially what his report is.
Yeah, not to break you off, but he's officially playing. I did get the news that he's playing. He's going to go with that injury. That injury has been hampering him. That shoulder, he has a severe shoulder injury. So you know what that means, Saints fans. You got to put some hot sauce on. You got to
Right,
put some
right,
hot sauce.
right.
Now, same thing that they have done, Jameis. Same thing that they've done, Jameis Winston. Other teams have done. Nobody cares. Nobody cares if you hurt in the football game.
Yeah, this is put up or shut up, man. Like we can talk about injuries all we want, but like I said, this wouldn't be a same game without injuries, man. This is happens. We played it without star players before, so we just got to do what we got to do out here. Do what you can to win. Do whatever you can to step up. And like I said, we got capable backups to step up and everything and fill in these roles. So. Yeah, like I said, yeah, we would love to have Michael Thomas and uh, Alvin Kamara out there, and even Jameis Winston out there. But other players gotta go ahead and step up and do their part as well. So we gonna see how this looks. Today is gonna be a little unconventional, but I expect this defense to be leaned on more than ever now. You know, coming into the season, that's who we leaned on is the defense. But now more than ever in this game, we need them now. They proclaim themselves to be one of the best defenses in the NFL. Today is the day. Today's the day. You got to prove that to me that it's more than talk, and that it comes to fruition that you are, one of the best defenses out there in the league. That you up there with the Buccaneers, who's out there shutting teams down, some of the best offenses down. So, hey, Tyrann Mathieu, Demario Davis, Marshawn Lattimore, Cam Jordan, I need you to step up, man. We all need you to step up, man, and be the All Pro that we know you can be. You've been doing a lot of talking this off season and everything, and I haven't seen you step up quite yet, man. I need you to get up in there and do what you got to do, man. Marcus Davenport as well. Somebody on that doggone D line, somebody get in there and get after the doggone quarterback. Make Kirk Cousins uncomfortable. Like, come on, we need some production on that D line. And there goes Hump. Look, I didn't think you was gonna wake up this
Man,
morning, man. I didn't think you
bro,
was gonna wake
it is too early,
up.
bro. I got my goddamn coffee early, bro.
Ain't that something, man? You're a Saints fan. You about to watch a football game and you drinking coffee today, man. Ain't that something, man? That's what
Well,
London
look,
do to
that's
you,
that's just to get started. That's
man.
just to get started. I got the other.
Hey,
You
man.
know,
I don't know if you heard about the injury news this morning, but Alvin Kamara is going to be out this morning. So how do you feel about that?
I mean, hey, bro. Well, the dude is actually forcing his hand on. He wasn't gonna play 17 weeks. So you done already missed 3 games already, bro. So it's not to be expected. So that means that Latavius must be ready to go then, huh?
Yeah, Latavius Murray has been activated, like I mentioned earlier, onto the active roster, and he will be good to go. It will be Latavius Murray and Mark Ingram in that backfield, man. And I
Right.
also want to mention too, Jarvis Landry. Once again, Jarvis Landry will be active today. He will be good to go.
Well, the
So
thing
Right.
about EJ, I'm kind of excited to see Murray, and to be honest with you, just like I feel about Jameis, it's the same way I feel about Alvin Kamara. Alvin has hindered this football team. He's been injured. You cannot play injured players just because somebody in a oh, he's the great Alvin Kamara. All we're doing is furthering along um, injuries. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm the Saints, this is a smart move. We got to think about down the line rather than thinking about now. Think about what can happen for this football team down the line with a healthy Alvin Kamara. Let's get out of your feelings with all this stuff about this is not panicking time. This is why you have depth. And I think Latavius Jones and Mark Ingram can grind that ball out. These are the type of backs that can withstand the beatings and stuff. So you can go back to old-fashioned football with these kind of running backs, okay?
Yeah,
And
well,
remember that these guys played with the Baltimore Ravens together. Remember that. Let's just stop forgetting that. They went to the Baltimore Ravens, and the Ravens had many running backs that was hurt that year. So I am actually excited. I think that with Andy Dalton, you can go back and play old-fashioned football, and I'm just, I'm excited this morning, y'all. I'm excited.
Yeah. Well, to add to that right quick, Everett,
Avatar so they can see you.
Well, I was gonna add to that right quick was basically, we're gonna see a lot of the check downs.
I want you to take your avatar off. The people trying to see you.
All right.
You also on Facebook right now.
Okay. No problem. Hold up. All right. Well, anyway, to finish off with that there, it's gonna be a lot of the check downs that Jameis wasn't seeing. I caught the little dude on the boot tragedies. He breaks down a lot of the plays and things like that. So bruh, it's just gonna be a different team. But I'm very excited about them black helmets.
Hey man, we look stunning out there, man.
I love the black helmet. That's nothing we ain't talked about is the uniform.
That's pretty
exciting. Yeah, the black helmets.
The black helmets finally, debut for the Saints, man.
Yeah, they used it before, EJ. Nice. They used them before back in preseason in the 70s. But this is I don't like that they used in the color rush. I don't think the Saints should use the color rush. They should use all black. I think they should have used. It would have been much more intimidated to use the all black uniforms with the black. The color rush is cute, but not with that helmet. Okay, not with that helmet. Color rush goes better with the with the gold jersey. I mean, gold.
Yeah, they should have did something like how the Bengals did. Like the Bengals did their all white thing.
Right, we should have went all black.
Yeah, you should have did your all black thing.
Yeah, but so I'm excited to see. It looks different. Don't even look like the Saints out there. So
I know it really does look different. I ain't never seen nothing like that before. Being a Saints fan all my life.
Don't feel like that, bro. Look, man, I've never seen it either. That's why I'm excited.
Yeah,
well, I have seen it. I seen it with the Saints. I happened to see it. They had the old classic games. They had the brother Billy Kilmer was playing, and they wore the Billy Kilmer and they wore against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They wore the all black. So that was a preseason game years ago, and it was nice. I mean, I still got the black. I still got that old. I got the old version what it looks like, and I always wondered what you saw the Atlanta Falcons do it. You saw many other organizations do it. I'm just excited to see that we're doing something different. If you look, since Miss Benson became the owner of this football team and the owner of the Pelicans, she is really an open-minded person. You can see the creativity with Mrs. Benson, and she's allowing the market the Saints a little bit better than when her husband Tom Benson was the no shots on Tom. But if you look at the way I saw Pelicans yesterday, and we're going to talk about the Pelicans this morning also because we are the official.
We got to talk about some.
We got to talk about Zion. We're going to have to talk about Zion.
These other sports teams too, because
LSU too. We got to talk about this stuff. So this morning is going to be hot. Matter of fact, EJ, we can go. Before we start talking the Saints, because we ain't going to be on here too long, but before we start talking the Saints, I want to ask you, what about them Tigers?
Yeah, well, like I said, getting to these teams, man, the LSU Tigers last night got them a huge W last night against the Auburn Tigers, man. They went into Jordan Hare Stadium, man, and shocked Auburn basically. You know, Auburn was up 17-0 in the football game at a point, and LSU was able to go ahead and scramble and come back 14-17 at half, and then eventually, you know, win the game 21-17, man. I like what Brian Kelly is doing out there at LSU, man. You know, a lot of LSU fans
very optimistic, and this is his first year.
Yeah,
you don't see a lot of big breaks in your first year, especially when you lose a lot of recruits. I think what people don't understand is all of the recruits from Orgeron left, and they got a lot of them guys transferred. There was a lot of transfer portals that happened with the that happened with LSU. You got to remember, we did have Johnson. Johnson ended up going to Texas A&M. We had many players leave LSU. So you got, you know, Kelly is actually starting all over. And for these, he did a lot of transfer. He did a lot of transfer portals.
Over that way, man.
He done a lot of transfer portals himself with Arkansas and a couple of other players that transferred over. I just think that the LSU it really excites me. It's not, you know, I don't expect them to win no championship this year. I don't expect them to be competing for a national championship. But
that's the thing about LSU fans are so used to winning so much. You know, we actually like not too many years removed from winning the championship in 2019. In which I'm gonna throw this in here. I don't think LSU should have even rushed so fast to even get rid of Orgeron like that. I felt like that was so much pressure. You know, on that man.
My man was finagling with some students.
Yeah. You know, that has something to do with that too.
I disagree with you, EJ. I think Ed Orgeron stopped LSU from actually getting more championships. LSU was Orgeron was incompetent. I think that Brady was one of the reasons why we won a championship. It wasn't until he went and got a young offensive mind, a young man to run that offense, is when LSU started changing. Ed Orgeron is no offense. Ed Orgeron is incompetent in many ways. I've been waiting for him to get fired. Not because he's white and he can speak that Cajun language. You know, a lot of people get in he's really Louisiana. I mean, but when I looked at many games, we should not have lost because of Ed Orgeron and some of the. He reminds me of Les Miles. LSU needed a bigger name than a Les Miles and Ed Orgeron to run that program. If it, like I told you,
the Mad Hatter, and the thing is that the Mad Hatter actually was a great recruiter, and that was the same thing with Orgeron.
That's what I was about to get to about Orgeron. Orgeron, that was the biggest thing that Orgeron did. And I don't think I've ever seen in my lifetime LSU coach do, which was recruit very well in Louisiana. You know, he kept his boys in Louisiana. You know, people wanted to play for Ed Orgeron. And I understand what you're saying about Orgeron not really being much of the coaching guy. You can say, it was Brady. That man Brady, Joe Brady. But look, hey, he brought Joe Brady to LSU. You know, he brought these coaches, to LSU. So I still think it was too fast to get rid of him. But hey, we moved on from it, and like I said, at least I'm grateful that LSU moved on to a guy that you can move on and say, hey, we didn't make a wrong decision. Brian Kelly is a really winning coach, and he's proven that right now. He's proven that with a team that's supposed to be in a rebuilding year, and he's winning football games, winning games that he's not supposed to win this year, with them. So Brian Kelly has a really bright future with these Tigers, man. I'm very excited for him. I just want to go ahead and take a stab at some of these LSU fans who said Brian Kelly might, be fired.
Some of these LSU fans, they ought to be ashamed of themselves. And part of the reason they didn't like the quarterback, I think that was the problem. They didn't think he fit in his scheme. I think,
Hey,
you know,
man,
Brian Kelly went with the guy that can keep him alive with the legs and being able to scramble because he
right,
knew that he had a patch offensive line. That's some of
right.
the things that LSU fans had to understand is that you're dealing with a patch offensive line. These are new young men.
These
This is
are
not
like
the same guy.
freshmen, man.
These ain't
We
the
got
same guy.
freshman tackles out there, man. Like, so the and Brian Kelly and like you said, now this you can agree with me on. Brian Kelly is smart. Brian Kelly
Very smart.
knows football. He knows football. Like if you saying that Eric Orgeron is incompetent, Brian Kelly is far from that. That man knows football. He knows the game. And him making moves like that is a smart move, starting, Jaden Daniels instead of Garrett Nussmeyer. Garrett Nussmeyer has the better arm talent out of the two. But
He looked good. He looked good. I got to say that. That's my
yeah,
look.
yeah, but Jaden Daniels gives you that dimension where you have freshman tackles out there and you have a butchered O-lines, system out there. You can make it work with that type of guy, So, like I said, Brian Kelly keeps winning. He's. I mean, hey, they lost that first game against Florida State. Everybody was disappointed, was ready to jump ship, and they've been winning ever since. So he's 2-0 in the ACC now. And now let me slow my roll and everybody and everybody don't get me wrong and don't have me on here, doggone, trying to get at my neck, trying to say, oh, EJ think doggone, they about to go to the championship and they about to win the ACC. Now, I'm not saying all that. I'm saying,
that's all I'm looking forward to.
I'm just saying Brian Kelly is and the LSU Tigers are trending in the right direction. They're looking good.
Now let's go, EJ. Let's go with Willie Fritz and the boys down there on uptown.
Oh yeah, man.
Willie
The
Fritz,
Tulane Green Wave, man. The Tulane Green Wave. They shocking me too this year because usually we don't get this many wins out of Tulane, So not this early in the season, at least. The Green Wave look like a force to be reckoned with this year, man. They look like they're well on their way to be in a bowl game this year. So I'm very proud of them. And look,
they had a third string quarterback.
If they keep on winning too, they might be in there in the conference championship too. So. Tulane is really making noise. I hate that they lost the football game against the Southern Miss Golden Eagles, man. That was
a field goal, man. That was an upset.
That was a nail biter.
Well,
but, hey.
I mean, again, bro, it goes to recruiting, and Willie Fritz is starting to get some of those players, that want to stay home.
Oh, you're right. You're right about that. Because he does recruit a lot of New Orleans. If you look at Willie Fritz, everything is New Orleans. He's actually beating our LSU for these kids that nobody else wants. He's getting all the local kids, and they're finally starting to catch on. He gets a lot of St. Aug recruits.
Right.
And he's getting a lot of the NOLA boys that's getting passed over by LSU.
And Tulane never done that. Tulane never. They will always go to Florida. They would never go into New Orleans and recruit. And this, Petey, growing up, except because Sean King came out of Florida. A lot of the players they went to go get Terrence Jones. Who remember Terrence Jones back in the days? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, look. It didn't help. It didn't hurt that you had Tommy Bowden that year either.
Oh yeah, it was awesome. They actually had the highest score. It was one of the highest scoring teams in college football. So, and they actually went to a bowl game. It was really exciting. EJ, we're gonna throw this in quick. How about your brother in them, Hancock?
Oh yeah, this past weekend, the Hancock.
That's a big win.
They had a big win this weekend as well, man. They playing 6A Region 4 football out there in Mississippi on the coast, and they played St. Martin, a team that usually they struggle with in conference play, and they got their first win in 2 years in their conference. So things are looking up for them. They just came from playing Ocean Springs, the #1 team in their conference. So they're 1-1. You know, they can keep building, and they got to go ahead and play Gulfport next week. That's going to be a big game.
Yeah, shout out to the coach Neil Lawler and Hancock Hawks, and shout out to my son Xavier and Christophe Gagne, and that's his brother right there. We're gonna move back. We're gonna go to the New Orleans Pelicans right now, EJ. But and because this is this big for New Orleans, the fact that they signed these guys, I want you to break the news. Go ahead, brother.
Hey man, the New Orleans Pelicans have signed back not only CJ McCollum and extended him for about 2 to 3 more years. You've also extended Mr. Larry Nance Jr., man. That is huge.
That was huge.
That's
huge. That's your Dennis Rodman, man.
Yes, man. Like you got the I don't know if Pelicans fans realize this, but you have to realize now the Pelicans have Brandon Ingram, Zion Williamson, Herb Jones, you know, Larry Nance, CJ McCollum. You know, all these guys now are signed through long term. Now you got them. The core, your core is signed here now. You know, you don't gotta, you worry about it or nothing like that. Is hey, you got your main pieces now. You don't gotta worry about it. All you gotta do is play.
I don't know if you saw Shannon Sharp, EJ. He was really impressed on the way. You know, he's one of the biggest critics of Zion Williamson, and man, he was so impressed. He said Zion looks smaller than him.
Yes, man. I don't know if any Pelicans fan hasn't checked him out yet. But guys, go on Twitter, go on the Pelicans website, go anywhere, go Instagram, look at this man, and you can't tell me from when he was coming out at Duke, he looks just as small as he was when he was coming out at Duke, man. From his rookie year on to now, you can see a big difference from Zion Williamson, and I'm so proud of that kid, man. He's been through so much. Now at this point, it's just about going into the season and playing now. You know, stay healthy, man. Log on, you know, do what you got to do, man. Prove the doubters wrong. You know, now you got, you know, Brandon Ingram on your side and you got CJ McCollum on your side, man. You know, like I said, silence the doubters. The New Orleans Pelicans are going to be a dangerous team in this Western Conference, a team that's going to be slept on in the Western Conference, and a team that's not even talked about right now, even with him returning. You know, the Pelicans didn't make many moves this offseason.
Well,
they felt well about their core.
What do you think about this, Hump? What do you think about the New Orleans Pelicans?
And look, you know, we get to see them on Tuesday. They play on TNT on Tuesday.
Yes, man. Yes.
So yeah, you know, I'm ready to see.
We'll get a good look at
how they look. And I'm interested to see. You know, what they're gonna do with Kyra Lewis.
Yeah.
Kyra Lewis.
You know,
Kyra Lewis.
You know, it's gonna be a lot of. You know, you can only keep 12.
Yeah. Well,
maybe 15.
They have a full roster at 15 right now going into preseason. Kyra Lewis is still not healthy. He's returning from that ACL injury that he had last year, and he's supposedly, from what I'm hearing, he's not going to be back until December of the season.
I think he's going to make the team better. I think having you drafted this kid, having him behind Alvarado. You got 2 speed type of point guards. These, if you ever watch,
it's gonna be a loaded backcourt.
It's gonna be very loaded. It's gonna be very loaded. You don't have to go. I think if anybody you want to make a move on, it's Graham. I think you can get a couple of players, role players.
Yeah, because like I said, Hump alluded to that because you have a loaded backcourt. It's CJ. You know, Devontae Graham, Alvarado, and Kyra Lewis. So that's a lot of point guards right there in your backcourt. You know, somebody ain't gonna play. You know, so for right now, Kyra's of course is not gonna play because of his injury. But when he comes back, that's gonna become a question. You know, who's gonna be booted out? You know, so that'll be something to keep an eye into. You know, deeper into the season and everything. But for now, you know, it looks like it's gonna be CJ. You know, Alvarado and Devontae Graham.
Okay, I'm about to close Facebook down. If anybody on Facebook wants to continue watching us, please come. You can finish this off by coming to YouTube, and please subscribe to YouTube. I know a lot of people are not up now. They're gonna catch the replay. Please subscribe to the Baddest Sports Show, the podcast on YouTube, and also follow us on Twitter. As you can see, we are very active right now. So please come on over and support the Baddest Sports Show podcast in the Deep South. Okay, so I'm gonna close Facebook, and so I can show my face and start, and then we can get back into the Saints. I had to hold my arm the whole time, y'all. So that was kind of hard.
Hey, I bet it is, man. But now back to the New Orleans Saints, man, because this is Saints game day, man. This is Saints football, and and now the biggest matchup today I want to talk about, guys, is the matchup between Marshawn Lattimore and Mr. Justin Jefferson, a former LSU Tiger, man. Now look, Justin Jefferson went off. He put the league on notice week 1 against the Green Bay Packers. When I tell you, he almost had 200 yards in that game. Okay, but these last couple of weeks he's been taken out of the game. I want to say this. I'm challenging Justin Jefferson today, and I want to see what he's made of today after he's been having a couple of games that's been slid, after that big game in week 1. Marshawn Lattimore has been dominant.
EJ, you say you challenging. I know it's early in the morning, but why would you be challenging Justin?
I'm challenging him against I am challenging him against my all-pro corner, Marshawn Lattimore. I am challenging him.
I ain't challenging the damn thing. The bottom line is Marshawn shut his ass down and Paulson to hold down your side with Adam Thielen. Adam Thielen is going to be more of a problem.
That's who I'm worried about. And I'm glad that Paulson Debo is playing.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad he's playing. What we're gonna need today is we're gonna need the pass rush out of Cam Jordan and Davenport, because I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm starting to question do we need to sign I know Saints fans are gonna like this, but if maybe it's just a slump, because normally Cam Jordan gets strong down at the end of the year. He becomes Cam Jordan again. I don't want to question this man because he makes a fool out of me every time I question him. But we're not getting pressure from the interior line.
That's something I was alluding to earlier. Like Cam, Cam's our big play boy. That's our all-pro defensive end, man. Yeah, you got to start, backing up your talk. You've been talking this earlier this season, before the season started. And we need you to go ahead and produce, man. He done this last year. He took a while last year to get started. So I need him to really step it up. I don't know if it's because he's getting older and the production's starting to, be on decline, but that's alarming for me. Go ahead,
I mean, bro.
Face there. I don't know.
I mean, bro, the D line as a whole, bro. I don't know if my man needs to, relinquish his, co-defensive coordinator and get back on his D line. Right. It's been no pass rush, for 4 games. This is the 4th game here, but bro, look, it's no pressure. It's no pressure up the middle, no pressure around the ends. There's no blitzes. Bro, bring the Badger down there. Bring somebody in there if y'all got to bring somebody else.
Yeah, man, start blitzing some linebackers or something, because at this
point, y'all sitting back.
Yeah, we're not generating enough pressure right now on these quarterbacks, and a lot of these quarterbacks having enough time. I mean, we had Baker Mayfield, getting comfortable, back there.
That dude's sad, man.
That's not a top tier quarterback in this league, but hey, he made us look like we weren't good on the defensive end because we're giving them too much time. That's defensive line problems. That's something that you need your defensive line to go ahead and just take out of the game. Put your the opposing quarterback under pressure. Kirk Cousins need to be under pressure. Kirk Cousins is not good when he's under pressure. Kirk Cousins is not a good quarterback in this league, period. Okay. Kirk Cousins is good when he doesn't have pressure. Most quarterbacks are when you don't have pressure. When they have enough time to go ahead and get the ball out of their hands, they can make something happen. So I'm challenging as well. I'm challenging this D line. I'm challenging you, Cam Jordan. I'm challenging you, Marcus Davenport. I need y'all to come up in there and draw some damn pressure on Kirk Cousins this morning, man. Hey, look, I know it's early in the morning, but gosh dang it, I hope y'all all going and had a good breakfast. I hope you got your coffee this morning. I hope you're feeling good because, hey, Kirk doggone needs to be rattled this morning. Like, come on, huh?
That's what I was doing just now, making me some coffee.
Look, man, I hope that Davenport and Cam Jordan did the same thing.
Well, that's what I'm gonna. We ain't gonna talk over each other on these segments. But listen, one of the things I want, because we ramble, we get a little bit of. This is what I want you guys to understand this.
Yeah, Eric, you got the knives this morning,
huh?
I said you got the knives this morning. You know, you got the choppy.
What is that? What are you talking about,
bro?
What's the knives?
He talking about your peach fuzz, man.
Oh, these? Oh, they always been this way. No, I just cut. I shaved the side. But look, they always been this way. They gnarly. Ask EJ, they're gnarly longer. I trim them. But I can make dreadlocks out of these things. But this one of the things I'm learning, that one of the underrated coaching moves that I think that we're not talking about is the fact that Dennis Allen decided to come early. Soon as the Saints lost to the Carolina Panthers, they flew to London right away, and the Minnesota Vikings came to London on Thursday. You have to understand that this is a whole different body thing. This is some of the players we're talking about this.
Hey, that's a smart move by Dennis Allen, man. Not to cut you off, Dad, but that's smart. As a football team, you don't want to be traveling late in the week like that. You're gonna be tired. You're gonna be jet lagged from being on that plane that long. I mean, if you're gonna make that jump over there to London, do it as soon as possible so you can go ahead and get used to being on London and start getting used to their time zones and everything over there. That was smart. That's a good point that you brought up, Dad.
Yeah, I mean, it's the little things. In football, it's the little things that that stops people from being great. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Hump, I've been wanting to address your ass while I'm here on online. Right quick. When you were talking about my son standing over the person, there was a lady who took a picture, a random picture. He was not standing over and that was the same play. I want you to know. The same play that you saw was a tackle. See, you didn't see a video. You seen a picture of him after it was. As soon as he was getting up, the lady snapped him. She came at you to tell you that. If you go look at she's our photographer. She went back at your ass to tell you that young man don't do dirty plays. That he was standing up. As soon as he got up, she took a picture of him. And she got a picture of him just making a tackle. My son don't stand over people, my brother, and do dirty plays.
Let me say this, though, Dad. Let me say this, because I understand why he was saying it, because and I done seen my little brother do this before now. He'll go ahead and he'll hit somebody. And that man that he'll fall just
he'll get rowdy. This time, we're not going to accuse him on that.
He'll look at you, man, and he'll give you
that step. But let me tell you something. You took a picture, brother. You looked at an angle. And you can ask her. Stacy is our photographer, and what she did was as he was getting up, took a picture. There were. The dude, if you go see the other picture, he was just making a tackle. You didn't know, you thought he was over the man, just houndering the man. No, that's him getting up from making a tackle, and he was actually trying to help the young man up. That's what you didn't catch the back end of it. Okay, you just saw him over him. Pictures can be deceiving.
Okay, so
young man.
So basically, you're gonna let me respond to that?
Yeah.
Okay, now the whole thing I was saying about it, never said it was a dirty play. I just said that the play would have been called unsportsmanlike in the NFL.
Listen,
there you
I'm
go.
trying, but
That's
listen,
basically.
EJ, I'm gonna talk slow again for both of y'all. I saw the lady and we saw them. That was a quick picture of him getting up from the tackle.
Understandable.
Y'all caught the wrong angle. This is what I'm trying to tell you.
What you said. He understand what you
He
said.
never stand over the dude.
He could have
Yes.
look, because I've even talked to him about that.
One of his coaches wanted me to explain that to you. One of his coaches who follow us wanted me to explain to you.
I never talked to him about that. I was like, man, look, if you stay like that too long on these cats, these refs go call that, and he was just celebrating and everything. But I have called him a couple of times, do that a little too long, Now in that moment, yeah, when he done it, this past weekend, it was a quick, little.
He think he's Sean Merriman around here. He think he's Sean Merriman. I understand what you're saying, Hump. I mean, he gets a little bit that could be costly in a big game. You taunting people. That particular part, I was defending him because that was not a taunt. You just caught the tail end, coach. Because I know I know you come from the old school, and you like me. Don't you think I wouldn't have gotten my son ass about this? We don't play with him, okay, about stuff like that. And then I was telling you that when you make a discipline, you could have called if you wanted to talk to him. I could put you on the phone with him. Don't do that. You don't know what scout watching. You bringing that kind of energy over here. I could have got you to talk to him on the phone. You up there trying to address him right then and there.
Okay, bro. Look. We're not gonna linger on it, bro. You made your point. I made my point. Let's get back to the Saints.
All right, let's get Derek. Derek said. That's okay. My nephew did his thing. That you doggone right, Derek. You doggone right. You doggone right.
Hey,
but I want to give a shout out. No, I want to give a shout out to Derek, and I'm gonna tell you all right. Derek is the #1 fan on this page.
Hey, Derek, we appreciate your energy, man. I think
this is the reason why he has moderation. Hold up, EJ. The reason why he has moderation. Because first of all, I've been knowing him forever. He was the band director at 80%. This dude here is the most talented dude. Man, he just I've been knowing him forever. I know his sisters. I know it. He's my people. But one thing I want to tell you about Derek. Derek was the very first person in the chat, even before me and EJ. That is dedication. Go ahead, brother.
That's very good dedication, man. We appreciate that, man. We love that type of energy, man. It's fans like you that keep us on here and keep us, going and keep bringing the content for you to enjoy yourself and be excited about, and man, and also T Dirty too. I seen.
Oh yeah, T Dirty was right behind him.
Yeah, man,
was right behind him.
Shout out to you, man.
Let me go find T Dirty. I just realized that was T Dirty in here.
Yeah, man. We appreciate your energy too, man.
That's another brother that's always in here holding it down.
Yeah, man. Lord God, he always
ever since he subscribed. Yeah, man. We like that type of energy, man. Lord God, like I said, that keeps us going. Now he talking about free Sean Payton. Now, Derek, sit your ass down now.
Here we go.
I don't know why y'all keep thinking he coming back. He ain't coming back now. We didn't let him go now. I ain't got time to think about Sean right now. Now, after the season, if we can talk his ass back, then that's different. If we not. But right now, I don't want no excuses about the Saints. We got to go with the people who run in the organization.
Now, let me ask you this, Mr. Everett 504 there. Now, you got what you wanted, man. You got Andy Dalton out there now. Because at the post-game show last week, I had some disagreements on here on this chat, and I had some feelings about, Andy Dalton actually having a possibility of starting. I just want to get on here and get this off my chest real quick, guys, and tell y'all this. All right. First of all, you need to be thanking me if you're an Andy Dalton fan that I spoke this into existence because I said start the red rifle. All right. You need to go ahead and be coming to me and not going to tell me, Lord, go, hey, hats off to you, L.
Petey, do you hear this young man?
Let me say
this young man. This young man, I thought he was drunk.
Let me say this right now.
He was erratic.
Let me say this right now.
Yelling and hollering. I thought you was a little tipsy yesterday.
Jameis Winston. I see what Dennis Allen did. Okay, Dennis Allen. I think he slick. All right, Dennis Allen. Knew all week long that he knew he wasn't going to start Jameis Winston. This was going to be the week that he was going to go ahead and say, you know what? Let me just slip in Andy Dalton just to see what things might look like without Jameis Winston, because I know he's going through a lot of injury problems. And I don't want to keep throwing him out there, and we're like 1-3, and the Saints fan base are gonna they're gonna throw garbage cans at my window, but when I come back home from London, so
right.
So I'm gonna tell you right now, Dennis, I see what you're doing, man. I see what you did. Okay, all right, you put Andy in there. All right, Andy, look, I'm going to tell you right now, Andy, for me, you better look. It's no excuses, okay? You lost Alvin Kamara and you lost Michael Thomas. Okay, all right. But look, there's no excuses for you out there today. You are more than capable to handle this offense. You got Latavius Murray to help you out. Jarvis Landry actually proved himself to be healthy enough to come back out there and play with you, all right? So this is on you today, okay? I really think that they're not going to ride your arm like that today. I don't think you're going to be throwing no 300 yards passing. I just don't see it. I really think they're going to game manage you today, and we're going to see a lot from the running backs, like from Latavius and Mark Ingram. I really feel that way. But look, Andy, you are put in a really good position right now. Like I say, even though you don't have Kamara and Michael Thomas, you still put in a lot of better positions than a lot of quarterbacks in this league. Cooper Rush, don't have as many weapons.
Hold up. I got to rebuttal what you're saying right now, because let me tell you something. Let me tell you something now. You have that same energy. No. Like you like to interrupt me. Let me interrupt you.
Go ahead.
First of all, son, because you are my son, and I want you to understand this. When you say that he's in a better predicament than what Cooper Rush and everybody, Cooper Rush got way more weapons than Andy have, right? When he took over. The part he has all his starters. Okay.
Sure?
The part is he does not have Alvin Kamara. He does not have Michael Thomas.
Hang on. Let me say this.
Andrews Pete is not playing.
Are you forgetting that the Cowboys just got healthy this week?
Andrews Pete is not playing this football game. I'm telling you, Andy Dalton going to look better than Jameis with half of the Saints than with just you watch and see. Y'all gonna be so shocked.
As a veteran,
short passes. This
is the thing. As a veteran, bro, look, he's supposed to be better.
Huh? What you talking about?
I was saying, as a veteran, Andy Dalton is supposed to be better. Because at the same point, we can't throw the bomb. We can't throw the bomb 2 out of the 4 plays.
Yeah, but my brother, you acting like Jameis is a rookie and Andy is just old veteran. They're not that.
Well, no, it's not so much of a rookie. It's not so much of a rookie, but still, he still is in the beginning stages of actually being coached as a quarterback. Because he always did rely on his arm instead of taking what the defense gave him.
So you telling me 8 years? 8 years.
What's that?
Look.
8 years in the NFL.
Yeah, you can keep breaking that up about Jameis Winston, but look at the team he's played on.
So what y'all telling me?
Look at the team Jameis Winston is playing on. You can't tell me what.
Hold up. That Joe Burrow can process, that Justin Herbert can process within 2 years, 3 years, and Jameis still trying to learn how to process the football game? What are you telling me? Y'all, this sounds so
Who did the Buccaneers play?
Y'all,
the Buccaneers have
y'all
to deal with
talking about.
The Buccaneers had to deal
It
with
makes
us
no sense.
and Carolina over the years when
You are completely
Carolina
making
was
excuses.
Come on now.
Completely.
Hey, look, like I said, it's no more excuses.
Even Derek, like, what are y'all talking about? What is he talking about? You cannot in 8 years. This is where I keep telling you guys that NFL means not for long. They don't wait for you to become that great quarterback. I don't know if y'all remember before Jameis Winston, there was Josh Freeman. Josh Freeman was similar to Jameis Winston. He didn't get as much as a long time as Jameis Winston. He was drafted out of the University of Kansas State. Josh Freeman was actually a damn good. Potential could have been a damn good quarterback, but they didn't give him that many chances like Jameis. Jameis didn't get. Freeman never got another shot at being a quarterback. Okay, so Jameis got 8 years in this system. 8 years not in this system, like in the NFL, basically. And y'all still telling me that we still got to wait for him to learn.
Let me say this again,
to learn his progression,
once again,
how to watch
because you said this last week. You were talking about how you believe in Jameis Winston and everything.
I'm not making excuses.
But what you're saying is right. But what you're saying is right now is that Jameis Winston is not good enough to be a starting quarterback for your football team. That's what you basically
No,
saying.
you're putting words.
No, that's what you're saying.
No, you're putting words.
That's not what was being said.
Look,
basically what was being said is that you rely on your arm too much, we're throwing the ball down the field.
Thank you.
More than we should have when you can take the 6 yard, and live to see another down.
Peter, when Jameis was successful, I'm gonna let you talk, son, since you like to talk over me.
Once again, Jameis Winston, has come off an ACL injury where he's prone to be injured again, and he's proven this year he's been injured. He has 4 broken fractures in his back, guys. Come on now. Let's not act like he's fully healthy, just throwing interceptions. Come on now. Let's not do that.
Could I respond? Please? I'm not going to overtalk you.
Go ahead and respond, and then I'm going to add on to what EJ just said.
Joe Burrow had a season in his second season, had a season-ending surgery on his destroyed leg. Okay, let's not forget he broke his leg, and I think it was ACL. And let's not forget that Joe Burrow took the Bengals to the Super Bowl the next year. See, please do not tell me about injuries.
That's great for Joe. That's great that he was fortunate enough to not have another injury. That's great.
Another injury, he had broken ribs, son. He played with broken ribs.
When?
His last year, I'm finding out he played with broken ribs.
Oh,
I didn't even know this thing.
That must have been not severe because, like I said,
and right now Herbert is playing with broken ribs, son.
Look, Jameis is playing with something severe right now. Okay, let's not act like doggone he's not having no injury problems. He's just fully healthy out there. He's supposed to be doggone throwing the way he's supposed to throw right now. Like I said, I'm not.
We all agree that Jameis is injured. We all agree Jameis is injured. He's sitting down right where he's supposed to be, healing. This is what he's supposed to be doing.
And like I said, I'm not about to go.
I'm not giving up on him as the starting quarterback. Let me say before you put words in my mouth. I'm not giving up on him. I just want a healthy Jameis Winston and a better decision maker when he comes back. EJ,
if Andy don't play,
you're gonna keep on talking over me.
If Andy don't
keep on talking over me.
3 touchdowns this football game, you gonna feel like, hey, let me go ahead and tell everybody.
Because I'm not gonna stop momentum. If Andy Dalton throws for 300 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, and we're winning. And he comes back the next week and we're winning. And James got to sit a little longer. Petey, you know how the NFL is. It's all about who's hot. It's all about you. If the Saints are winning, and let's just be honest. Shout out to the Browns in the house. Listen. Look, the NFL means not for
What's
long.
up, Bronze? What's up? What's
It's
up?
all about who's
Do that,
playing
baby.
well at that time. If Jameis is injured, let him get all the way healthy. If and this is a big if the Red Rifle end up playing well today, and we win, and just say he goes on one of them Bridgewater 5-game winning streaks, we got to keep Jameis on the bench. That's all I'm saying. This is not Drew Brees. Jameis is not Drew Brees. Okay, so
no, he's not.
You're not going to replace.
Nope.
It would be different if this was the Hall of Fame Drew Brees, and you just go. That's different. But you're talking about. Yeah, but we're talking about.
Well, hold up. Just to add to that, there, bro. And you a stats guy like I am.
Right.
Now let's not make it seem like the man only threw for 123 yards, bro. The man threw for 353 yards, bro. I mean, but he was high. You hear what I'm saying? You doped up all through the first half and the second half.
I'm gonna have to critique things. I'm gonna have to criticize you right now, and I hate to do it because you my childhood friend. We grew up together. Okay, so I hate to do this to you. Don't tell me about no goddamn 300 yards when you're playing from behind, and all you have to do is pass the football because you're playing from behind, sir. Them yards are very suspect.
Well,
that is not
look. Just to add to that, I'm gonna let you finish with that. There, we were only down 13-7 till we had that Olay play last week.
It shouldn't be down 13 to nothing.
It was a lot of bad coaching again.
Listen.
But right, like Huff is
let
saying.
me go back to
Let
me go back to what you said.
Just about Jameis Winston's play. Alvin Kamara fumbled. Look,
we brought that up last week. We brought that up. That's why Alvin needs to sit his ass down. This is why I don't pay no favoritism. This is why I didn't pay no favoritism. I came down to Jameis, and I was just criticizing Jameis. This is the reason why I said that even though much as I wet his jersey, I love the player. He has to sit down and get healthy. He hurt our team because he was injured. I don't care what nobody say. A healthy Alvin would not fumble that ball in a crucial situation. He has not done that in the past. He has never had a history of fumbling in crucial situations. I really believe that Alvin was, when you're dealing with an injury like Alvin is dealing with, you have to sit his ass down. Broken ribs is no game, especially in a running back situation. You got to sit him down.
Well,
you can barely breathe.
Well, as spoiled Saints fans, I'm gonna give you a spoiled Saints fan stat right now. Now, if this was Sean Payton's team right now, he would have had 3 or 4 running backs in there on Monday morning, basically telling Alvin Kamara, you may not have a job next week. And it goes to accountability, as your brand new rookie coach who's let these boys, it's like you got the substitute teacher in the class, bro. These boys, ain't nobody getting in nobody's face at all. Sean Payton would have cursed everybody out, bro. It wouldn't even and we wouldn't have lost that game last week.
Sean Payton's in Allen's defense, everybody got messages, and EJ you coach. You played college and high school. There's many ways to be able to catch the attention of your players. He's not Sean Payton. And we expecting him to do Sean Payton shit. He's not.
That's a fact.
And one of the things that he has to be Dennis Allen. He has to. They got all kinds of great coaches out there that can do it other ways. And he does not have to show his ass out there taking a player and screaming at him and doing all that other stuff. Sometimes you can just do it on another way. And you know how you do it? Some people got to be cut. It is what it is. Or some people got to be fined. Some things got to be disciplined in other ways. Now, am I telling y'all to cut Alvin? No, Alvin has never done that before. But let me tell you something about Mark Ingram. Mark Ingram is a veteran who fumbled 2 times. One of the reasons why we are 1-2, because in crucial moments, Mark Ingram in the very first game of the season, he put the ball on the ground. So y'all notice he didn't fumble the next game. I think maybe he got his ass chewed out, okay? So we don't know what's going on in the background just because a coach don't want to do it out. Everybody's different. Some people's does things in closed doors. Some people don't like to shoot you out in public. Okay, that doesn't make him a great coach because he's screaming and hollering like Bill Parcells was doing. Okay, so this is not Sean Payton. I heard a lot of players, EJ, didn't want to play for Sean because of Sean asshole ways. Okay, so if you look at Dennis Allen got a lot of people want to play for him on that defense. So let's give Dennis a chance. It's only been 3 games. We try to run Dennis Allen out of here. Sean started the season slow last year. We got blowed out by the same team, Carolina Panthers, and ain't none of y'all was talking about Sean. You need to be fired, okay? So let's just give this shit a chance. I'm not willing to just fire somebody after the first 3 games and just start talking about Sean Payton like Derek Turner is doing right now, okay? I'm not going to pander and go right back.
Look. Dennis Allen is different than Sean Payton.
It's too early.
And Dennis Allen does things his way, and look, he's proven to be successful when he does things his own way. Okay, yeah,
and don't go back to the Raiders. EJ, they go right back to the Raiders. EJ,
no,
do they know how young he was and how bad the Raiders was? You know how that was your quarterback.
If you're going to do an assessment on Dennis Allen, go to the defenses over the past years, man. Go to the defenses that we come to know today as one of the top defenses in the NFL. Like, come on now, like that great Dennis Allen. On how he was great, how he was getting on our defenses, man. All right, and that's how he's trying to go ahead and carry this team. The way he's carried his defense over the years, now he's trying to go ahead and put all that into a whole football locker room now.
EJ, I'm glad you brought that up, EJ. Didn't he get into it with Brandon Browner? He was about to fight Brandon Browner, and that's when Brandon Browner got cut.
Like
you were right about that.
Grade this guy off of what he done with his.
He was about to fight Brandon Brown.
Yeah, Dennis Allen got rowdy with these boys, man. I've seen Dennis Allen many of times. There was cats out there playing like Dookie, and Dennis Allen would sit there along with Sean Payton would sit there and be watching Dennis Allen too. Because you know how Sean Payton is. Sean Payton would be the first person to go ahead and get on to you. But no, you didn't have to wait on Dennis Allen.
He never overstepped Dennis Allen. He did it to Rob Ryan. You seen Sean Payton disrespect Rob Ryan authority. He never done that to Dennis Allen. That goes to show you the respect Dennis Allen got. Because even Steve Spagnuolo got disrespected by and he won 2 Super Bowls as a defensive coordinator. So at some point, y'all give so much credit to Sean Payton. When the facts is, Sean Payton,
it's easy to win 2 Super Bowls.
We should have.
Check this out.
We should have had 4 Super Bowls. Sean Payton is one of the reasons we don't.
Yeah, we did, but we had some shitty defenses. Hold up, bro. Look. It ain't about criticizing Sean Payton or Dennis Allen, And to go to your point about Rob Ryan, you supposed to win 2 Super Bowls with Ray Lewis. Bro, come on, man.
He was the linebacker coach. Don't you do it. Rex Ryan, his brother.
And ain't coach nobody. You don't have to coach Ray Lewis. You don't have to coach Ray Lewis, man. Shit.
We don't consider that. He was the linebacker.
That's like coaching Tom Brady. You don't have to really tell these cats nothing. Let them do what they got to do and get out the way. Basically. But like I said, I'm not about to get up on here like I did last weekend and go on this rant about
No, we're gonna see after the game. That was after the game. You on the pregame, you were mellow just like this. Pregame, your ass was real good. But when that end of that game came, you were so hurt that the Saints lost that you started to blame everybody. So we gonna see.
I better see when that post game comes. I don't like when we lose. I'm a damn Saints fan. I don't like.
Well, hey, bro, that's what the name of the show is.
Like, come on now, you want me to be happy?
We can be biased. We can be biased, but I mean that's what the show is, bro. Look,
son, we have to be professional, even when we lose. Remember, we the media. We the media now. So we the new media. Remember that we are the new media. We are part of that Draymond Green new media. We're not a part of that shit that you see on ESPN and all that. We are new media. So
I don't even know if I like what
Draymond.
I don't even know if I like what Draymond got going on because he be talking crazy sometimes.
Well, I said we're the new media. I'm not saying we Draymond is us. Get that right.
But like I said, this is not about,
you know, we are different. You know, y'all can say, I can say that, bro. You know, this show is different than anything that I've ever watched on a podcast, bro. So this is why I'm enjoying it all the time.
Definitely. Yeah, and I'm glad you're saying that, huh? I know I enjoy getting on here and just talking sports with you guys. I love the passion. I love, you know, getting into it and I love doing this with y'all every week. This is like therapeutic. You know, this is fun.
Hey, bro, look, just to add to that there, bro, yo, nobody else has what we are doing, dog.
Right.
A pregame and a postgame.
They're gonna start copying. You know they're gonna start copying. But one of the things I try to tell you is this. What I love about our team is we're not out here trying to be somebody that we're not. We are just being, we'll pull people out right off the street. Come on over in the chat. Y'all come on here and chill. If you're in the chat right now, you want to come on the panel, we will drop the link if you would like to come on the panel. Brian's, if you would like to come on the panel. Anybody, Derek, you guys will. We are the Who Dat Nation. We are for the people. We are for the people, okay? So this is not about, Everett Gagne, EJ Gagne in our podcast by ourselves. We are the Who Dat is our podcast and the Who Dat Nation. That's what we're trying to let you know. We want to bring the family of the Who Dat Nation in this. When my son came up with this podcast, and he is the host. He is the host. Let's not get this twisted.
I told y'all though, like the biggest thing is that we gonna have fun on here, and hey. I don't know. I think we y'all can agree with me on this. All going to hop in that. Like, hey, we've been having fun on this sucker. So as long as we can keep doing that,
right? We're not as big as other people because we knew. We just came this year a couple of months ago, and it's going to take a while for people to catch on. We started off with 70 subscribers. Now we're up to 235. A lot of people link themselves to Facebook. That's how they catch they following so fast. But we okay. We glad that we started from the bottom, and people going to catch on to us. Everything Rome wasn't built in one day. Everything that people are going to notice about us, they'll catch on and they'll understand. Right now, they love their popular content. They, whoever they follow, but sooner or later they're gonna realize these some real ass Saints fans, and we open to the public. We open to the public, and we're gonna just give y'all love. We're gonna give y'all love, and so one of the things, and then PD played the game. I played the game. My son played the game. Larry and all the other people. The only reason why the other panel's not up, they ass sleeping. I understand some children, some of them got work. They've been working last night, so they probably wasn't able to get up. I worked last night. You remember, I'm a truck driver, so I came in late at 8:00 last night. So for me to be able to get up and get it going, that we are really dedicated to the Saints. Okay.
Well, I've been so hyped for the game, dog. I just went to sleep at 3. And had to get up. That's why I was a few minutes late.
Too, man. I was up like 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. I was like, man, let me hurry up and go to sleep before I get up on this day talking crazy. Biggest thing, guys, I want to point out and say this to these Saints fans before this game even, come around, because we start at 8:30 for the game. Like, guys, I want y'all to, as Saints fans, to look at this and really listen to me. Like, this is not about Jameis Winston versus Andy Dalton right now. This is about a Saints team that really needs a win right now. Okay, we are 1-2.
This ain't no Jameis versus no Andy.
Yes,
Jameis and Andy are
teammates. This is the New Orleans Saints, guys. We are a football team. These are teammates. Okay, we want the best for both of them. And at the end of the day, all we don't want to do is win. Okay, we believe we are a playoff football team and we are capable of going to the playoffs, man. Let's start this week and turn our season around, man. And if it starts with Andy Dalton, hey, by all means, Red Rifle, throw that damn football, man. And all gonna lead us to the promised land today. Like, guys, Let's do this thing and come together as a fan base and stop there arguing with each other all the time and disagreeing with each other. I look at all these other fan bases, they be laughing at us, bro. They be like look at the fans. They be attacking each other. Like, man.
Oh, no. EJ, they're worse than us.
Hey, man, let's come together.
Listen, I'm a spy, right? I'm a spy. One of the things, EJ, I do is I spy, right? So I like to go in other chats and see how it is. Go to Atlanta, Lord. Go over to the New York, and these are bigger markets. The New York Giant market is like crucifixion. The stuff that you see with us is no comparison. The New York market, they ready to fire everybody every second. They are very, very. Oh yes, Peter, you will tell. Some of these markets are way worse. Go to the New England Patriots. Go to these places where they got the Chicago. Man, Chicago Bear fans are worse than us. Okay,
I know. Way Philly fans the worst.
Philly fans. Oh, Philly fans, they're winning right now, and they probably still complaining. Okay, they booed Santa Claus. Okay, so I'm not gonna be disrespecting the Who That Nation. Let them. They got a right.
We got to come together against these other fan bases, man. We got to come together as a one unit and say, hey, look, hey, Jameis hurt right now. Hey, Jameis, you get healthy, man, and Andy, you throw that damn football, man. Do your thing, Red Rifle.
Hey, bro, I just want to enjoy another Victory Monday.
Yes.
It's been a long 2 weeks.
And don't give me no excuses. Elvin not playing. Michael not playing. Winston not playing. It's called football team. And if you a fan, you going to cheer for the guys that's out there. Look, let me tell you something. Marcus Callaway, what he did last week. He barely played, right? But when he did play, he saved Jameis from not throwing an interception.
Yeah, he stepped up. Tre'Quan Smith is the big one for that. I mean, Tre'Quan Smith, he hasn't played since last season, and he came through in a big way last week.
And nobody podcast is talking about Tre'Quan Smith having 100 yards. Nobody's talking about Tre'Quan Smith because he's Tre'Quan Smith. Yeah. But if Tre'Quan Smith is getting 100 yards, bro, let me tell you something, bro. If Tre'Quan Smith is putting up 100 yards, then you know we okay. So let me tell you, if Tre'Quan Smith, because one thing I tell you about chemistry, I think about who Dalton likes, right? When y'all seen Dalton in preseason, who Dalton likes to throw the football to? Chris Olave. During the preseason, he was hitting Chris Olave. He had connection in preseason, and he was also throwing to Callaway and all them. So, you know, some of these backup guys is who he practiced.
Hey, I've seen him hit Jarvis a couple of times too. So, like I said, I expect to see him take
Landry too.
I expect him to take fully advantage of the weapons at his disposal, man. Like, I think he's going to have a pretty good game. I don't think he's going to throw over 300 yards, like I said. I think they're going to manage him and everything, and it's going to be mostly on these running backs to help him. But like I said, he should have a pretty good football game today, and we should come out of this with a win. Like I said, Saints fans, I know it's a lot has been going on with us, and it's a lot of time for panic right now. But it ain't no time for that because we've been here before. We've been down. We've been 1-2 before. We've been 0-3 before. I mean, come on now. Let's not forget about the times we start out real bad. Like, at least we got a dub on our record right now. So let's go ahead and get behind this football team and let's get a dub today, man.
If you're in the New Orleans market and you're in the area and you're trying to find a way to watch the game, remember it's on Channel 4. Okay, it's locally on Channel 4 and it's also on NFL Network. But because you're in the local area of New Orleans, you're probably not going to see it on NFL Network. You're going to probably just turn it to Channel 4. Channel 4 is going to show the game right here on Channel 4. That's the local network for it. Okay, so there's no reason for you not to watch the Saints, support the Saints. If you do have DirecTV and you're out of state, just go to your local DirecTV and you should be able to find it on NFL Network and also DirecTV with the ticket. Okay, let me see the comment. It says, "Can y'all just say that this team is missing something?" I know that Derek, you're gonna be saying this all year long. and especially if we're losing. But I'm gonna tell you this, Derek. Sean Payton is probably not as good as you think he is, and I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. Sean Payton lived off of Drew Brees for a long time. Sean Payton realized that the team was winning too much to get a Patrick Mahomes, to get a good quarterback, right? Sean Payton is a smart man. He got away from the Saints so he can get to a Justin Herbert down there in San Diego. He wants to get to a quarterback again like Drew Brees. Sean Payton is only as good as the quarterback. And he didn't not want to go through what he did last year. He left the Saints, and this is no indictment of Jameis Winston. I just think that Sean Payton do not want to go through his best coaching year was last year. His best coaching year with all the multiple quarterbacks, that's his best coaching year. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So what I'm telling you, I understand you love Sean, but Sean don't love New Orleans no more. And he's gone. So we got to move on. Rather than another coach we get with. I remember a time I was rooting for Jim Haslett. He won our very first playoff game. And I was crazy about Jim Haslett with Aaron Brooks. We won, and guess what? He was gone. Okay, then I moved on. I thought there would never be another Jim Haslett, and guess what? We had another Jim Haslett. We had Sean Payton. I remember Jim Mora days. I thought nobody could ever be another Jim Mora, but look, it got bad after we lost Jim Mora. We ended up with Mike Dicker. Okay, all I'm telling you is they're gonna always be. There's gonna be another Sean Payton. It's just you just gotta give him a chance, brother. I know you love Sean, but Sean should have had 4 Super Bowls. And any Saints fan could tell me that Sean Payton shouldn't have had at least 4 Super Bowls. Y'all, I don't know what's wrong with y'all. Never put a defense around Drew Brees in his prime. He put the defense about when Drew Brees was the end of his prime, was almost gone. And EJ, could you explain that? Do you realize that Drew was putting up big numbers and then didn't have they were spending all that money on one side of the ball and never put defense?
Yeah. The Saints. Let's just not forget, guys, that the Saints. I hate that we do this. We flip flop each year. We can't always have the best of both worlds. With Drew Brees, the thing was we always had the great offense, but the poor defense. And now we got the great defense, but the poor offense, man. We just can't have the best of the both worlds right now, man. If we can just go ahead and get at least decent offensive play this year.
I ain't gonna lie, the color rush, EJ, the color rush kind of look good. It kind of look good now that I'm looking at it close. I'm looking at it close. It don't look so great.
If we can get defensive offensive play this year, man, with this championship defense, we'll be.
And that's another thing. That's another great comment you made is about, okay, sometimes if you're a great defense like we say you are, sometimes defenses wins games. And I seen Ray Lewis and them do it. I seen Saints with the Dome Patrol do it. If we and Will Nuts,
Big Nuts Lutz.
No, you got to play better, brother. Because you costing us this last game, you cost us big time. And I'm sitting here and I love you, Will. But Will, look, no excuses for you. You got blocked. That was a block kick.
Henry, who that? Yeah,
block kick was not Will Nuts' fault.
That's a great point, man. Hey, that's supposed to be your kicker, man. One of the best in the league.
One of the best in the league,
man. You've been selling, man, lately.
You've been selling. Sure have. That's one thing. Sean Payton. Look, I love about Sean Payton. He didn't give a damn who you was. If you start losing,
that's exactly what I was about to say to you, Everett. Because you would have had another kicker in there working out. You would have had, it's accountability. That's all I keep on saying.
Only thing I'm saying is that was one game. We never see him miss 2 in a row. He normally, if one got blocked, one happened this way, he missed 2. But what I'm saying is, if he does another game like this, I can assure you they're going to be bringing in another kicker to push Will.
Yeah.
Okay. That means
we've been waiting too long to have Will Lutz back for him to perform like that.
We pay him. He's one of the highest kickers in the NFL.
Yeah, he's getting paid. So I'm telling y'all right now, hey, Big Nuts Lutz, man, we need you to get consistent again, man. You got one of the best legs in this league. You just got to be accurate, man. Stay consistent. Stay consistent, dog, and you'll be fine, man. You just been uncharacteristic lately, though. I don't know why. Whether it's been, the holder, maybe y'all need to get y'all another holder in there to go ahead and hold it for him or what. But look, man, you got to get right because we need you. Especially with this offense being up and down the way it's been this season, you need whatever points you can get whenever you get in that red zone. So, especially today with Andy. So, hey, Andy, doggone, like I said, man, we ride with you today, man. And this offense, like I said, it's gonna be a little bit different once again today. But hey, it's time to roll. It's no excuses, man. It's put up or shut up time, like we always say around here. And look, wins matter at the end of the day. It don't matter how you get them, as long as you win.
Okay. It's too early to talk about this. What you said looking around the league, defensive coaches are not winning. Well, Bill Belichick has won multiple Super Bowls, and he's a defensive coordinator, former defensive coordinator for years. Okay, Bill Belichick was if anybody remember George Seifert, who was the defensive coordinator for the 49ers,
Todd Bowles is winning right now.
Yeah, and Todd Bowles for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers is winning right now. So that's misleading. It's too early. 1-2. 1-2 is
it's
a little bit too early.
Too early to be making that call.
Since you want to talk about that, well, Josh McDaniel is 0-3 right now with the Las Vegas.
Yeah. And that's nothing but offensive minded right there.
Andy Reid is what 1-2 right now with the Kansas Chiefs. And who's better than Andy Reid? Okay, so if we want to sit there and talk about that, there's a lot of struggling offenses going on right now in the NFL also. So I understand what you're saying, but it's too early, my brother, to sit there and say that the defense is not doing well. Right now, the Minnesota Vikings have a defensive minded coach, and they're 2-1. There's many defensive coaches out there that are having great records. Like my son brought up Todd Bowles. It's too early, my brother. I know you so sucked in with this Sean Payton stuff, but let me tell you something. Remember George Seifert and you, Petey, you old enough to remember that Bill Walsh was the greatest head coach of all time, and his defensive coordinator took over and won a Super Bowl. There are many defensive guys who have won Super Bowls. Okay. So don't sleep on Dennis Allen.
That wasn't hard to do with Montana too. And to go with your point there, and to go with your point with Belichick, you had Tom Brady for 12, 15 years. But
Tom,
most of your defensive coaches, check it out. Most of your defensive coaches are run oriented.
But listen, Peter, I gotta shut you down, bro. Because what you're not doing when you talk about Tom Brady, you're not going back before Tom Brady. You got to understand, Tom Brady won the Super Bowl when he was not Tom Brady. Tom Brady was terrible that year. They won their first Super Bowl. They won despite Tom Brady. It was a defensive. They beat the Raiders with a defensive origin.
I ain't gonna lie. A lot of the Patriots defenses.
EJ Bledsoe was supposed to win that Super Bowl. He got injured.
A lot of those Patriots defenses were slept on, man.
Willie McGinnis and all them. I'm gonna stop.
Yeah, they had really good defenses.
Nah, bro. I ain't gonna let you do that, bro. Ty Law, all them dudes were, bro. They were beasts in it.
Well, you also had Romeo Crennel. You had basically the whole Bill Parcells coaching tree that was in New England.
Yeah.
When they did win that first Super Bowl when Tom Brady wasn't Tom Brady.
Yeah, and then also let's talk about this. Let's talk about the Baltimore Ravens. That was a defensive dude, man. That dude helped them win a Super Bowl and look how they won. Look how they won it with Trent Dilfer and a defensive-minded coach with Trent Dilfer. Look at John Harbaugh. John Harbaugh is a special team coach. John Harbaugh won a Super Bowl with Ray Lewis and them. And this dude here is a special team coach, dude.
Yeah.
So don't please. I just have to
Look,
say,
anybody can do it, man. It's not about offensively or defensively, man. Like anybody, if you're capable and you know what you're talking about as a head coach, you can do it, man.
you can do
But
it.
hey, it's getting close to game time. Man. We about almost 5 minutes into to game time.
Yeah, we about to get. So
Hey.
go ahead on with your scores, EJ. Go ahead on.
Hey, Hawk, give me your scores and bold prediction for today in London, man.
And we want y'all bold predictions.
27-14.
27-14. That's the Saints win, right?
That's a Saints win.
All right. Okay. Any bold prediction before I kick it off to Evan 504?
Like in a game, somebody.
Well, I expect the running game to be a lot better, because you actually have a quarterback that they're gonna have to respect. So you have to realize, bro, these people ain't gonna sit back in those zones, but you're gonna try to blitz Andy Dalton, and Andy Dalton gonna know how to throw the check down to the running back, to the tight end, make the wide receivers break off their routes. So hey.
I feel you. I like it.
It's gonna be interesting.
It will. Yeah, I think we all can agree on that.
Brian's got an interesting score there, 27-17. I like that.
I like that.
Well, I'm going with this, y'all. I'm going with this, and this is way crazy, y'all. I'm going to Saints 34-27, 37-27. It's going to be a shootout. I think the last time Andy Dalton and Cousins played was a 27 tie. I think that both defenses are going to open up. I think the Saints is going to give up master yards. Kirk Cousins is going to he's going to give us 2 picks today, and I think that the Saints defense is going to win this game at the end. I think Andy Dalton gonna give us a pick. He's gonna throw 1 interception. I think he's gonna throw like 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. I think our run game is gonna win this game. I think Latavius and Mark Ingram go off today. I think they're gonna run that football down their throat. They're gonna establish. It's gonna be a high-scoring game, 34-27. I think this defense is gonna win the game in the end. And it's just going to be crazy, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be crazy. It's going to be a crazy suspense, okay? And one of the guys I think going to break out today is Adam Troutman. Adam Troutman and Juwan Johnson going to get the ball because of the Andy Dalton effect. He's a guy who like to go to tight ends. So you got these 2 guys that y'all never thought who's going to help the Saints win. And Chris Olave keep going off.
Look, 3 minutes of game time, bro.
All right, let's go.
I'm going 21-13, guys.
I like that.
At 21-13, I think defensively, this defense is going to go ahead and prove that. Well, once again, they're one of the best in this league, man. They're going to have to, and doggone, I don't want everyone to get so excited that Andy Dalton's in there and he's not putting so many points up there and everything. I just want him to go ahead and run this offense. Be comfortable and do what you got to do, man.
Okay. Immediately follow us right after the game. We will have the post game, and hopefully you guys would like to be in the chat. We want to hear all y'all opinion, whether we win or lose. You guys are welcome to come in on the
shout out to you, Drone. Shout out to you.
Shout out to you guys. Immediately after the game, y'all, we will be going live. All right.
Hey, man, yeah, we'll see y'all in post game, man. Y'all enjoy the game, man. We in London, baby. Who that?
Who that?